should be a tool, should be a catalyst to provide that strategic support to civil society in order to make civil society more effective and therefore promote national development sustainably. So we hope with this support we will continue to look at those strategic issues to see how the UN system can support strategically civil society organizations in the Gambia to empower them to be able to deliver development goods and services to our people.
The representative of the UNDP country representative described the move as a vital one, noting the increasing challenges NGOs encounter in accessing funds.
I think the timing is right for this, as we're increasingly faced with declining resources for development initiatives. And donors are increasingly calling on all stakeholders to be more accountable for results for the funds that they are giving.
The demand for accountable entities continue to grow, especially in public establishments serving the larger community.
As time goes on, people are demanding more for accountability, transparency, and most importantly, this leads to two key important factors, which are legitimacy and sustainability of organizations and all forms of entities that work towards the improvement of living conditions for people around the globe. Therefore, I think it is most befitting for us to recognize that this forum is such an important one, and I am pleased to note the presence of several heads of NGOs in the Gambia.
The forum is anticipated to empower NGOs to effectively advance processes meant to help improve program implementation and service delivery, positively designed to change lives and livelihoods. Reporting for Grts News, I am Abdullah Baji.
The newly established National Youth Agriculture and Fishing Initiative has received a boost in the form of office equipment. The donation was made by a young Gambian entrepreneur as part of efforts to get the newly created body up and running. Amajay reports.
Office equipment worth over $150,000 and a cash amount of $5,000 to the newly established National Youth Agriculture and Fishing Initiative. The Baden Gambian entrepreneur stated that the move is in response to President Jammeh's call for Gambians to take the development process of the country in their hands.
The call was made some weeks ago when the President of the Republic, Professor Dr. Yahya J.J. Jammeh, went around the country tirelessly with the hot sun, talking to all the youths of this country. And you can see in him that he was very mean of what he was saying, that the problem of the Gambia must be solved by Gambians themselves.
Honorable Pamalit Sise also commended the Youth Agriculture and Fishing Initiative, describing it as a timely response to the Back to the Land clarion call.
If we are following the media publication, both the print and the electronic media, His Excellency did always said young people must go back to the farm and the sea. Then as youth of this country that comprise of all sectors in the Gambia, we decided to meet and to answer to the call of His Excellency the President. That is why we came up with this initiative called the National Youth Agriculture and Fishing Initiative. That is to look all the participation of young people in agriculture of all forms.
Following with keen interest the recently concluded Meet the People tour, Suley Seka, the managing director of Past Trading, further stated that he has been greatly inspired and proud of being part of a life-transforming initiative for young people.
I've been following the President. I've been listening on GRTS every day, the news and his tour. So I know what the President is asking for. So since this initiative is made, I should be proud to be part of it. Then I came and said, are you setting up an office? They said, yes. And you cannot work in an office without equipment and furniture.
Several speakers, among them the National Youth Mobilizer, Perminte, and the Ward Councillor of Sanyang Village, Aidandur, commended the proprietor of Past Trading for his invaluable contribution to the cause of young people.
When we approached Mr. Pasule Seka, who is also a young man, because he's a young man and he's a Gambian, but the little that we know about him since we started the interaction, he was operating his business in the United Kingdom, UK, but he decided to transfer all of his business in the Gambia, as well as to come. So this is a clear indication that there are Gambians who are ready to complement the effort of His Excellency the President.
Mr. Seka definitely has demonstrated, that he's a Gambian, somebody who has heed, the call of His Excellency the President, that the development of this country, definitely lies in the hands of the Gambians. Mr. Seka, thank you for demonstrating, that valuable thing. Definitely, Pa has already said it all. We as Gambians,
We do apologize for the breakage in that tape. We'll take our first break. We'll be back with news from outside the Gambia.
Ghana's leading ICT company, assemblers of mobile phones and computers, is now in the Gambia too. We are happy to bring our services to the people of Gambia and look forward to lasting relationship with the state and its people. Come choose from RG's range of phones and computers and enjoy delightful after-sales service and the confidence of warranties that will keep your devices good as new. Visit RG at 62 Caraba Avenue, Circular KSMD, opposite the Pipeline Mass, or check out rlggambia.com for more information.
RLG, proudly yours.
Welcome back. 28 people have lined up to contest the fast approaching presidential election in Mali. All but one of the presidential hopefuls are male. Interim President Jonkunda Traore has meanwhile stressed that the race would be held at the end of the month. Let's look at this Canal France International report for more on that.
In the first round of presidential elections, only one of them is a woman. Acting President Diokonde Traore assured them all the ballot will be held at the end of the month as scheduled. He urged the candidates to be understanding. He said the organization is chaotic.
The conditions are right, but you know the context in which the elections are being held. It's not perfect, far from it, but the elections will be transparent and credible.
There will be no postponement. The agenda imposed by France will be respected. Some want a later date so refugees can vote and registration cards can be distributed. They now have 3 weeks to convince voters, and the campaign is in full swing. The Odema Party candidate Draman Dembele filled the stadium, and he addressed his campaign to Mali's youth.
I want to give new hope to all the youth of our country. I am the candidate for Malians, the candidate for social justice, the candidate for renewed hope.
Eliminate poverty, create jobs, education, Malian unification. These are the themes most of the candidates are running on, including URD party candidates Soumaïla Cissé and his program for a new Mali.
I am totally committed to Mali. I am committed to the happiness of Malians.
One city where there is no campaigning is Kidal in the north. Tensions are high between Azawad Tuareg separatists and those who want the Malian army to come back. Kidal may not be able to vote.
Washington's moves to speed up the withdrawal of American troops serving in Afghanistan could see them cutting a deal with the Taliban, to the chagrin of the Afghan government. And in Havana, the first round of talks between the Colombian government and leftist FARC rebels has ended after 8 months. Both sides have agreed to begin a new round of negotiations later this month. For these and other stories, let's look at this CFI News Review.
Taliban peace talks with the fundamentalists after 12 years of fighting. The Afghan government was outraged. The insurgents called themselves the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. Washington wants to speed up the withdrawal of the 100,000 foreign troops in Afghanistan and need a deal with the Taliban to do it. Kabul is weary of U.S. eagerness